We want to take you live to North Carolina right now, and that is because officials are investigating a deadly plane crash. You can see fire crews there at this point. A really foggy morning out there, but we do see those fire crews out there. Again, this happened, we're told, around 10:15 this morning. This is a fatal plane crash. Investigators are on the scene. We're still working to get additional information as to exactly what happened, what may have led up to that plane crash. But we do know we have a tweet, if we can pull that up. This is from WBTV. This is our affiliates in the area. You see it here. They say multiple people have died after a plane crash in Iredell County on Thursday morning. That is this morning. Again, we're still waiting to learn more, but let's go to Facebook. This is from officials there in North Carolina. Can we pull up that post? There's a Facebook post we are waiting to see right now to read more about exactly what they have to say about this crash. I'm going to go pick up the paper we have earlier that shows us that statement from the airport. There we go. That's the Statesville Regional Airport's post. It is saying right there that this incident happened, we're told, around 10:15 this morning when an aircraft, crashed while landing. We also know the FAA is en route and will investigate the incident. Again, we also know WBTV at the scene there. They have much more information. Let's listen in to what they're saying.
Tail number and who possibly was on board.
Right now, we want to bring in WBTV investigative reporter Naomi Coles. Naomi, you found out more information about the plane just by looking at records.
That's right. There's a lot of records online when it comes to planes, and so I've been looking at FlightAware, and what I can talk about, we know this crash happened at about 10:15 a.m. What I can tell you is that the only flight that was coming or going from the airport at that time was a Cessna 550, as the FAA has already confirmed. That flight, it took off at 10:06. It appeared to be in the air for about 10 to 15 minutes. You can see the track, it goes in a little bit of a loop. Okay. But what I can also tell you is looking at, once I have the plane, I can look at the registration records. Sure. The registration records here are tying this plane's ownership to retired NASCAR driver Greg Biffle. We do not know if he was on the plane. We have not confirmed that, but what I can tell you at least is that the registration records here tie the business that owned the plane to him.
You mentioned records. Naya, I know you wanted to ask about the specifics of what exactly she's looking at.
Yeah, I know a lot of those details that you're getting right now are still developing, but what else do we need to know to be able to confirm some more of this information within those records?
We want to look at the the tail number, right? We want to get that tail number confirmed of what plane is on the ground right now versus the tail number that the FlightAware shows in the plane. Sure. So that's one thing that I'm looking at and in communication with our field crews about. The one thing I would add is I've been looking also at records just affiliated with the airport, Statesville Regional. It serves a lot of private airplanes. It has about 89 aircraft that it keeps on site. And it says on its website, it's a city-owned, very small regional airport. It serves Fortune 500 companies. It also serves several NASCAR teams. So that's what we know right now about the airport, but we're digging into a lot of additional FAA and other records to give us more information.
Absolutely. Naomi Coles live in the studio this morning for us with more information about this. We appreciate that, Naomi. I think we have a live report that we can get to right now. We mentioned we had crews on the ground. Ron Lee, I believe, is out there on the ground. And if we can pull him up now, Ron, can you hear us here? No, maybe not.
I just arrived here on the scene. Yeah, Alex, can you hear me? Good afternoon, guys. I just arrived here on scene about 2 minutes ago, and I can tell you that the entire area surrounding the airport has been shut down. Now, I have covered several air crashes at this specific airport before in my career working with WBTV, and I have never seen anything like this before. So this is definitely unusual. This is a very definite standout situation. What I want to do is spin the camera around, give you an idea of what we're looking at. We are still very far out from the scene, but you can see through the fog, there are multiple emergency crews there. A lot of EMS crews as well, fire trucks, police. They've got the entire area cordoned off at this point. Now, listening to Naomi, we're not sure exactly who was on that plane or their conditions at this point. We're hoping to get more information as that develops. But information right now is coming very slowly from the police department here in Statesville. But we're going to keep on this scene. We've got other crews that are searching for other ways to get around to this aircraft to hopefully get you a better angle on this and to get a little bit more clarity on exactly what happened. From Statesville, I'm Ron Lee, WBTV, on your side.
Ron, we appreciate that live report. Of course, we'll be following this story throughout the day right here on WBTV. And as soon as we get updates, we'll bring them to you on air, online, and through the WBTV News app. Make sure you download that app. And of course, you'll get those push notifications as soon as we have confirmed information we can send out. All right, also breaking now at noon, we know a person is fighting for their life in the hospital after being shot this morning. Details limited, but medic confirms they responded to the 400 block of Keswick Avenue, which is off Graham and North Tryon Streets. It was around 8:30 this morning. Medic also.
Okay, so you were listening to our affiliate there, WBTV in North Carolina, and that's because officials are responding to a deadly plane crash. Earlier, we saw fire crews, first responders out on the scene. Looks like a very foggy day out there. We're still working to get additional information. We know several people, according to our affiliate at WBTV, are dead because of that plane crash, what caused it, how it happened. Obviously, a lot of questions, but we know the FAA is on the ground right now investigating. We're also expecting some press conference to happen at some point today to give us more information and more details about that deadly plane crash. This is in North Carolina at the Iredell County Airport. As soon as that information comes in, we'll bring it to you live right here on CBS News 24/7.